Chico Resch. You are listening to the Let's Go Devils podcast on the Primetime Radio Network.
Happy Devils Saturday. This is Devils After Dark, coming to you live from the Primetime Radio studios inside the bunker in an undisclosed location in beautiful New Jersey. And cross-continent to the Michael J. Fox studios in Beverly Hills, California. It's Scotty of Sirius XM Liquid Metal, streaming live on Facebook Live, YouTube Live, X Live, and Twitch on the Let's Go Devils Network as the Devils pour salt on the slugs called the Utah Hockey Club, beating them 3-1. You ever pour salt on a slug? It's just
lots of salt in Salt Lake City, so I would guess that would work out pretty well there.
Yeah,
ample supply.
Yeah, Margaritaville, salt.
Well, it's good to have Sam Woo back in the ring here, or on the bench. I'm talking wrestling, I should say hockey terms. On the bench once again. Nice to see you, sir. I desperately missed you while we were gone with those football calls, which I've been told Mrs. Wu says I need to stick to my day job. Yeah. And my day job is not doing football calls. So I'm going to take a lesson from the boss over here, and I'm going to let the professionals do it from now on. But it's good to have Sam Woo back in the fold over here today.
Thank you. And you know what? We didn't need to put me on the LTIR or whatever they call it.
Well, I mean, I didn't know if we were going to do that just so we could bring you back for the playoffs or anything like that. I didn't know if we were going to Vegas it. I wasn't sure exactly what was happening, but
I don't know. But we're still under the cap, so it's all good.
All right. Well, it's nice to see Sam, and it's nice to see everyone on YouTube and X and Facebook on the old Let's Go Devils Podcast Network. It's Devils After Dark. I'm Scotty along with Sam, and talking about game number, what is this, number 61? Game 61 on the season in Utah. First time Devils go out to Utah. Say hello to our old football friend, John. Don't call me Dan. Laces out. Isotoner gloves. Marino. And, of course, one of our favorite hockey dads, Paul Marino, who notoriously snuck chocolate chip cookies from catering out to Sam and Shorts Guy in his pocket. Got a little lint, got a little crumbles, got whatever. Don't matter. It's some nice catering-style chocolate chip cookies straight from Paul Marino's pocket right into Sam Woo and Shorts Guy's mouth. So we love John and we love Paul and wish them all the best. We got Nico Dawes in net over here. Seamus Casey out of the lineup. Shimon Nemitz back in. Justin Dowling out. And Curtis Lazar back in. And there was a reuniting of all of the lines from earlier in the season. And when this game started, I was not too thrilled about that. But, hey, it ended up being a pretty good thing. And one quick note, Jack Hughes didn't get a goal tonight, but he did have goals in 9 of his last 10. And I got to figure this out in my head now. I think it's 21 of the last 27 goals for the Devils Jack Hughes has been on the ice for. We need to spread it out a little bit and get some other people going. And by the end of this game, I think we did accomplish that, okay? The Devils came out in the first period, and they looked good. Nico and Timo had a lot of jump, creating an opportunity there. Jack Hughes as well with the PB&J line. Palat, Bratt, and Jack were all over the place. They had a lot of jump tonight, and there was a great play early in the first period. I think maybe like about 5 minutes in. Jack Hughes is coming up the wing, and he does a move on the Utah defender where he slides the puck, between the defender's stick and his skates, towards the right, and then Jack just cuts, takes the puck and tries to kind of, split the D down the center. And as he's driving to the net, sticks are flying and blah, blah, blah. And the puck, is loose. Jack doesn't have full possession of it, but he still is able to kind of get a backhand pass across that is just off the mark. Because Andre Palat was there at the side of the net. Man, that would have been a beauty, but Utah actually defended it pretty well. But still, slick move by Jack there to even make it happen. What else we got going on in that first period? How about a goal from the captain? Career point number 400. Is that correct? Wow, that can't be correct. Is that correct? Career point number 400 for Nico Hischier? Or is it as 400? What is it? I thought that's what they said. Is that right? 400 points already?
400 points.
Wow. Hot damn. That's a lot of points so far already for Mr. Hischier, the captain. And this was a great play all around by Nico. Wrapping around, he comes back up towards the blue line and kind of is like, skating around the perimeter there, but he drops the puck for Luke Hughes. And then once Nico drops it, he just, boom, makes a beeline straight for the front of the net and parks himself over there. And Luke does this little spin-a-rooney move there to get himself out of trouble right near the front of the blue line. And then he puts the puck, a wrister, on the net. And Vejmelka, is that how you say it? Vejmelka, I think that's what it is. He makes a save, and the rebound kind of bounces up, and Nico does his best Juan Soto impersonation and boop, bats it right into the net for his 25th of the year. Yep, bat shot, according to holy bat shot, according to the NHL app over here at 9:34 of the first period. Nico's 25th from Luke. You underestimate my power. His 21st assist, and Thomas Tatar is on the ice there. He was playing in a fourth line role today. And the Devils were making that change. They didn't get the full one, so Tatar snagged himself an assist over there. His 9th of the year, puts the Devils up 1-0. Right after that, Palat drew a holding penalty on the Devils. Power play, really didn't do too much tonight. Brendan Dillon drops the gloves with O'Brien. Again, where's Big Mac? I don't care. Put him in the lineup, especially when you're playing teams with big bruisers and stuff like that. And you're like, oh, okay, well, Dillon, he can handle himself. Yeah, I'm not saying that he can't handle himself. But the problem is going to come about, 2 or 3 minutes from now when Tatar takes a holding penalty. And now Brendan Dillon is in the box, 5 minutes for fighting. And we know our other mainstay on the penalty kill, Siegenthaler, he's out. He's injured. He ain't here. So that leaves Kovacevic and Brett Pesce. Now you got Luke Hughes and Nemes going out there on these penalty kills. And, they got to get, they got to get experience there. But would you rather have Brendan Dillon out there with Kovacevic and Pesce? Or Luke and Nemes? I think you know the answer. So for me, I'm still going to say it. Would love to see Big Mac in the lineup. But Brendan Dillon, you son of a bitch, handled himself well. Nothing too bad. Couple punches thrown, couple landed for each guy, and then they kind of wrestled down at the ice. So good little scrap over there. After that, Nico Hischier sprung Timo Meier, clear breakaway, and we were all thinking, oh, it's finally going to happen for Timo. Oh, no. Tries to go 5 holes, stopped by Vejmelka. I practiced these damn names before I come on here, and then once I start, my mind just shoots them all right. The pronunciation's all right out. But 5 hole, that was, I think, Timo is at that point was 1 for his last 50 shots or something like that, I think. Captain Bill Spaulding said on the broadcast. That is just a tough thing. But I will say with Timo Meier, we've talked about his defensive game and his all-around game has been really, really good. It's just that the pucks are not going in the net. But maybe we'll wait till a little bit later. Then Nathan Bastian got a breakaway, tried to go blocker side. Vejmelka got that one too. I do believe it was going to go wide, even if he didn't. But either way, two exciting plays there, two breakaways. And then Tatar gets that holding penalty under 2 minutes left in the period. Don't want to see those penalties right then and there. And again, now at this point, you got Dylan in the box for fighting, so it kind of leaves the Devils a little shorthanded there. That's what I'm saying. Let Big Mac handle that stuff. But either way, we can debate that another time. We move into the second, and Sergachev gets his 11th of the year halfway through the period at 10:03. Now, Curtis Lazar actually put a big hit on O'Brien along the boards there, but O'Brien was still able to gather the puck, and then he passes across to Sergachev, who beats Dawes glove side, kind of leaning that way. So tough one there for the Devils. Kind of a bad bounce with the puck after the Lazar hit. Goes right back to O'Brien, and then boom, into the back of the net for Sergachev. The Devils do get a power play late in the period, and it should have been a 5-on-3 because there was a blatant grab at center ice as the Devils are moving the play up ice. And once again, the officials literally looking right at it. And it's like, well, we shouldn't give them a 5-on-3, should we? I don't know. I mean, it does look like a penalty, but we'll just let it go, even though we're staring directly at it. Friggin' NHL. Once again, we all know the vision plan, for the NHL officials, not very good. Luke! Little scary moment there. Kind of gets a stinger. He was grabbing his chest, and I'm like, oh, man, please don't tell me he tore a pec or something like that. He leaves the ice, goes to the locker room there at the end of the second, but he does return for the third period and looks none the worse to wear. So I don't know if anyone heard any of the comments from Sheldon Keefe Richards in the postgame. You know what? I wish ESPN Plus would let the postgame, like the presser and stuff go. As soon as the game is over, it just like cuts. So I never get to see any of that stuff until like later on when I go to like the NHL app and check that all out. But either way, Luke gets a stinger. Lucky it wasn't something more serious. He comes back to the third for the third period. And that is where we're starting out. And oh, baby, it has finally happened. The month of March is upon us. Is Timo Meier a Pisces? Much like myself over here, because it is Pisces season. And apparently whenever it's Pisces season, Timo Meier cranks it up to the Spinal Tap volume of 11. Last year, he led the NHL in goals in the month of March, and he's starting out hot over here on the 1st. Because give me fuel, give me fire, give me goals for Timo Meier. Ooh, yeah. It is Timo time to start everything out. Jonathan Kovacevic making a play in the zone, gets it to Dawson Mercer, and then Mercer with a great outlet pass through neutral ice, cross ice, leading Timo Meier into the Utah zone for another breakaway. And this time, Timo was kind of slightly covered as well. Timo doesn't bring it all the way in this time. Gets to about the face-off circle, and then he just lets a laser beam go. Top shelf style, up in the corner, far side, over the shoulder. Nasty shot. That's the goal scorer shot we have been missing from Timo Meier. The month of March is Timo's month. Meier Madness. Who said that? I think it was Insane Pollock there on the old chat. Not March Madness. We're going to have Timo Meier Madness going here this month. And let us just hope that he gets hot, because this is one of the things this team has been missing. You're getting a lot of points from the captain, Jack, Jesper, even Palat's up there, in the teens now with the goal count there. With Timo Meier, if we had Timo Meier, around 26, 27 goals, I think we would be sitting a little bit more pretty in the standings. So let us hope to the hockey gods. And, of course, Ozzy, who's right behind me there, looking over this podcast as always. Let us hope that this is the start of good things for Timo Meier. His 16th of the year coming from DM, his 13th assist, and Kovechkin, his 13th assist on the season as well. 2-1 Devils, 14 seconds into the third period. And then someone else who has been struggling mightily this season, and he's found himself being a healthy scratch the last couple games. Curtis Lazar gets a little bit of a gift in the zone, being in the right place at the right time. As Jack Hughes is making some things happen there with Nathan Bastian and Curtis Lazar. I don't know if Jack changed or if the fourth line changed. I think it was Jack jumping out on the ice, taking the place of Tuna. And Bastian makes some plays in the zone, gets it to Jack Hughes, and Jack looks like he's about to shoot, but the puck actually goes off of his stick towards the left, towards the center slot, and who is right there? Curtis Lazar. And he just rips it low, near side, into the back of the net to put the Devils up 3-1. That is some of that, some of that killer instinct that we have been talking about that has been missing from this team, where they let their opponents get back into games, put the nail in the coffin. Going up 3-1, that's a good start. But I'll tell you what did put that nail in the coffin with a big exclamation point on it. It was goaltender Nico Dawes with about 6 minutes left in the game, reading the play beautifully. Beautiful kid. Coming across, and he robs Logan Cooley, who is going down on the knee with the big shot. And Nico comes by with the glove to rob Cooley and keep the game 3-1. And it finishes that way as well. Devils win. I'm going to say this. This was a must-win game for the Devils. They now tied Carolina with 72. And more importantly, though, those Blue Jackets, man, they got the spirit of Johnny Gaudreau going for them right now. And they are playing like a team possessed to make a run into the playoffs. I don't know if you saw the outdoor game or not today, the Stadium Series, but they won. They now have 68 points on the season with one game in hand. If the Devils lost this game, it would be going into Vegas tomorrow. It would have been very, very tough sledding. But the Devils win. They move up to 72 points. They keep 4 between them and Columbus, and they tie the Carolina Hurricanes. Points-wise, Carolina's got them on victories. They have 34 victories to the Devils 33. But still, tying Carolina points-wise with 72, and with 21 games left, Blackjack, they head to Vegas tomorrow. So let's hear what you think about, shots on goal for the Devils, 9-11-9 for a total of 29. Utah, 7-7-11 for a total of 25. Both teams were offers on the power play. Devils won the face-off battle, 29 wins to the Utah 26. Both teams had 18 hits. Devils only 12 block shots to Utah's 20, only 10 giveaways. So a much, much better game for the New Jersey Devils here. And I got to look. I got to see here. Please tell me that they have it. Where is he? Where is he? Come on. Do they have that here? Oh, they don't give me the actual numbers. Damn. Nico Hischier was about 70% in the faceoff circle tonight. I think at one point he was like 15 out of 18 there, halfway through the third period. Man, does it make a difference having that guy back in the lineup. So let's hear what you think about it. YouTube, Facebook, X, and let's bring in the man who we have missed so much, the king of the football calls, Sam. By God, woo! And see what he thinks of this game. Vamelka. Sorry. Thank you, Max. That was it. Vamelka. Got it.
Meltdown.
Meltdown, yeah.
Yeah, that's what it is. I would say this is almost a complete game, Scotty, from start to finish. Mm-hmm. I don't think the Devils dominated, but I thought the Devils played very well. I didn't see any let up throughout the game. It's good to see Timo Meier starting to heat up. I mean, he's played very well since coming back from break. Just wasn't able to get results. But now...
Goal results.
Yeah.
He's played well, in other portions of the game.
But now we're in March.
Mm-hmm.
And it's Timo time. I thought Jack played pretty well. Nico Dawes has been a pleasant surprise as the third string goaltender. Goaltending hasn't been a problem since Markstrom's been out. I think Allen and Dawes have held the fort pretty well.
Yeah.
Big scare with Luke Hughes there. I was like, he's done. He's done for the season. I
was fearing a torn pec. I really was.
Yeah. I was just like, what the heck? But then again, when you looked at the replay, it didn't seem like much. So, but glad he was able to come back and play. What did you think about Logan Cooley tonight? He's a pretty good player, isn't he?
He's a good player, but didn't get that one in the back of the net there at the end of the game.
That should have been a goal, and credit Nico Dawes for that save.
That was the final stamp on this victory, I think, for the Devils tonight.
Yeah.
Was that massive save. And, I mean, Nico Dawes read that play perfectly because he shouldn't have had enough time, to get across and make that glove save. But he did because he read it and he knew exactly where they were going with it.
Yeah. But, again, I'll say it again, and I'll say it more next year. Should have drafted Cooley. Nemitz, he's not doing it for me. He's just not.
Mm-hmm.
I'm already done with him. I gave him a chance. Done with him. He thinks he wants to be Mr. NHL? Show me something. Now, I'm kind of kidding around, but kind of not. But right now, Tom Fitzgerald is going to be looking for a third-line center.
He's got to. He's got to make a move. There's a lot of ties with Montreal, with Jake Evans. I know they've been scouting him. There's a lot of other. Now I know you've mentioned Braden Shen a lot, which I think would be great. But I read earlier today that Armstrong in St. Louis, their GM, is looking for 2 first-round picks for Braden Shen. It's just like, no.
He can keep on looking because it's not going to happen.
That's not happening, man. No way.
Yeah.
But you can see some other teams are starting to make moves. Florida picked up Seth Jones. You see the Rangers are starting to unload some people. They were talking about Columbus, too. They were thinking about trading Provolov, but I don't think they're going to, actually. I think they're going to end up keeping him.
Mm-hmm.
They were just talking about the unity of that team and, everything that they've been through. And they don't want to break it up. So Totally agree with that. But O'Reilly's on my wish list. Okay. Dub says Holla is still the black hole out there. I completely agree. Insane Pollock, yeah, the Marchand rumors, I'm not sure. I've heard the rumors, but what is Boston going to want for him?
We can send Eric Holla back.
Selecta agrees with you, by the way, that we should have drafted Cooley.
I mean, we wouldn't even be worried about a third line center right now.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough. I mean, I didn't expect Eric Hall to crash and burn so bad this year, but he's just, I don't know. I mean, I know he was hurt for a bit, but man, does he look lost out there. And the fourth line played pretty well tonight, I got to say. But that third line suddenly, with Nason and Cotter and Holla, there wasn't a lot going there with them.
There's no pizzazz.
No.
Remember beginning of the year when they had that pizzazz?
Yeah.
The bottom six? They don't have that.
They don't have it. But Nico finished 69%. Excuse me, boys. Thank you, Max and Robert, for correcting me there. I think I said 70. And yeah, it is good to see Lazard get one and not just like a garbage goal,
Yeah.
Like empty netter or something like that. He was in the right place. He was in the good positioning to be able to gather that puck after it went off Jack's stick, and he buried it. He didn't miss. Doesn't matter. What's this? Fitz doesn't take guys that are going UFA. We'll see. We'll see. Oh, Marchand got hurt the other day? He got hurt today. I didn't even see that. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what they're going to do, but I feel like they have to do something. And yeah, Selecta, totally agree. 2 first-round picks for Braden Shed? Come on, Armstrong. Who are you kidding there? That's not happening. But moves are starting. What the trade deadline, I believe, is Friday, I think. Right, Sam?
Yeah, it's March 7th is the deadline.
Yeah. So, the Devils been rumored for a while. We've been talking about it. This team needs a shakeup. They're going to have a wake-up call tomorrow when they play Vegas. And then they got Winnipeg after that. And Winnipeg finally lost, but that's a solid damn team. Oh, I'm sorry. They got Dallas, then Winnipeg. Vegas, Dallas, Winnipeg.
Yeah, they've got a brutal schedule, the Devils.
They got a really tough schedule, and Columbus is climbing. The only bright side in this situation is Carolina seems to be floundering as well. Like they just can't seem to put it together this year, and all of their cushion that they've kind of stockpiled is gone to hell, just like the Devils. So, it's gonna be an interesting race here, but the Devils have to be careful with Ottawa and Boston. I don't know if you're gonna have to worry too much about the Rangers or the the Flyers or the Icelanders or anything like that. I know someone said Lou's probably going to be a buyer now because the Islanders won a few. But, yeah, Columbus is going to be tough. I would not be surprised to see them, potentially overtake the Devils.
They got team chemistry right now, Columbus.
They do. They have a lot of team chemistry. They got a lot of mojo going their way. And they had a really good showing today at the shoe there for Ohio State. And they're
Although
playing
that
really well.
was a penalty. That was a high sticking penalty in the end there. That game winning goal. That the refs missed.
Which I didn't see. I actually like walked away for a little bit.
Oh yeah,
And
it
then
was
I came
bad.
back.
It was bad. They totally missed it.
Oh, okay.
Which tells me the NHL's rigging it, but that's my conspiracy theory.
That's your conspiracy.
Yeah, thank you, Mark Schwab, for the super chat. Hope Timo gets hot now.
Woo!
Love your "Give Me Fuel" shout.
Give me fuel, give me fire, give me goals from Timo Meyer. Ooh, yeah. Matt Freudenberger, Donato in Chicago. That might be another trade target right there. Don't know what the Hawks are going to be looking for, but obviously they're going to be selling some pieces. That could be another interesting trade partner. There's a bunch out there. But it's gonna be an interesting stretch here, but I firmly believe the Devils have to do something. They have to do something. Because remember, we felt so good after the Nashville game. We're feeling really good here after Utah, but this team has not been consistent the entire year. That's the issue.
Matt Freudenberger. He goes, love how we praise the refs for Four Nations for doing such a great job, but now we're back to regular season reffing. Actually, you know what? I hadn't been on air. Mrs. Wu and I went to that Four Nations finals, and of course I had problems with the officiating. They did not call one penalty on Team Canada that entire game.
Well, they knew you were there, Sam. That's why.
I know. It's totally rigged. Totally rigged. I bet you the NHL felt bad for Canadians. Oh yeah, we'll give you this like little trophy. Oh, it was bad. It was bad. I mean, guys were getting hauled down by a stick. Too many men on the ice. No calls. No calls. No calls. No calls. They should put an asterisk for Team Canada winning that Four Nations. Anyway, go ahead.
Beachmaster says Fitz connections to the Preds is where we should be looking for a trade. I mean, that's another location right there. Another team that we know is not going to be going anywhere. That they're probably going to try and sell some pieces to get some stuff back for next year. The Devils do have a number of draft picks next year. They got a couple second rounders and a couple third rounders, I think. One's from Vegas, I think. The other from Winnipeg or somewhat. I can't remember. But they do have a number of draft picks next year.
Survey saying that Canada won fair and square. Do you have any icings they waved off in that game? You know how much money we paid to watch that game, Scotty? That final, only to see officiate. Like you could get USA Hockey, high school teenage referees to ref that game better than the refs in that game.
Next time, just watch it on TV instead. Haven't you learned from your Penn State experience? When Sam Woo makes the sudden trips, the jinx is on.
Don't say that. Don't say that.
Oh, man. Yossi, yeah, I don't know about Roman Yossi, who also just went on the injured reserve today, I believe. So don't know if that one is going to be happening. But yeah, the Devils need a center. They could probably use a little more beef as well.
Yeah, hey, you can't go wrong without beef. I mean, that's you got to bulk up for the playoffs.
Absolutely, because it's going to be a physical series. whoever you're playing. And if you do end up getting matched up with Columbus or something like that somehow, they're gonna be ready to go. Carolina has been tough on us in the playoffs. Washington has been out of this world. I know they actually lost today. What's Ovechkin, like 10 goals away from the Gretzky record?
Yeah. He should have. Honestly, if it weren't for all these work stoppages and COVID, the sad thing is I think Ovechkin would have 1,000 goals by now. His rookie year was a 1-year wipeout of a NHL season. That was back in 2004. That was his rookie season.
Yeah.
So his rookie season started with Sidney Crosby, because Crosby was the first overall the following year.
That's right.
Which is crazy.
I almost forgot about that.
Yeah. I think Ovechkin's durability and been there with one organization for so long and just been consistent, and me personally, I don't want to see him break the record, because there are certain records that I just don't want to see broken, but he definitely deserves it.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, dude how old is he now? 39, 40?
39.
Is he 39 and he's going to probably be putting up 30 goals again this year?
No, he's already at 31.
Oh, he's already at 31? I thought he was in the high 20s.
No, he's already at 31.
Jeez.
And he got hurt in the middle of the year.
That's right. The broken leg.
Yeah. And we're like, he's done.
The DC curse.
Yeah.
Let's see here. He got banged up a bit at the end of the second period, shook it off and played through it. Made plays, defended hard, really big effort by him tonight. That's Sheldon Keefe Richards on Luke Hughes. Donato scored again. All right, let's ask Sam Woo your question there, Matt Freudenberger. Who would you rather play in the first round, Carolina or Columbus?
I'd steer clear from Columbus.
I agree.
I'd steer clear from the BJs. The BJs, there's something about them that,
I feel like if they get in, they're going to be like that Cinderella America's team type of team, like with a lot of casual fans just being like, I'm gonna go for the Blue Jackets,
Yeah, they got the sympathetic vote, but if they play the Devils, it's on. They get no sympathy from me. They could take their cannon and shove it. And then we get to see our good friend Damon Severson. What have you done for me lately?
I'll take your cannon and I'll set it up behind the barn in Old Yeller. That's what we'll do. Oh, man. Yeah, but I would say Carolina as well, just because they have been struggling to put it together, much like the Devils all season.
Well, they made that big trade. And sometimes these big trades kind of ruin things,
It's been weird because Natchez has been doing really good in Colorado, and Rantanen is just seems a little bit lost, which is odd because him and Aho, played together when they were younger. So it's reuniting this crew. You think they would do better, but it just hasn't seemed to click down there in Carolina. So the Devils need to figure it out and start clicking themselves here in the latter part of the season. And the only good thing about their schedule being so damn tough is it hopefully gets them prepared for what the playoffs are going to be like. As long as they get in. There's no guarantee on that yet. Because they've squandered so much of that cushion that they had. If the Devils were up at like 78, 80 points right now, then this would all be a moot point. But they've just been inconsistent offensively. Jack Hughes And Nico Hischier can't do everything. We need the rest of the team to kick in. Tonight, you got a goal from Timo Meier. Let's hope he gets a nice streak going here. You know? You get a goal from the fourth line, which has been abysmal. Let's hope that continues. The third line has got to get going. Eric Hall, I don't know. I don't know what's going on with him. Is he playing hurt? Is he just that off this season? Like,
Hall has always been like that. He's either been hot or he sucks. But right now, he sucks.
He has not been good. What's he got? I don't even know off the top of my head. Let me look at his the old card over here. 5 goals, 6 assists for 11 points in 49 games played. Minus 10 on the season. For a guy who's a career plus 44, he's minus 10 on the season.
Yeah, he's not getting another contract.
Holy hell. That's not good. So we need him to figure out whatever's wrong, or Fitz needs to go out and make a trade for a center. Third line center to play in between whoever you're going to have there, whether it's Mercer, whether it's Nason, whether it's Cotter. I don't know. But we need some more production from that area. You can't move Curtis Lazar up there and his 2 goals, because that's just another hole. You can't do it. Curtis, if he's going to play, he needs to play on the fourth line. But they did win tonight, which they needed to do. I really felt this was a must-win game, especially with the next 3 coming up against Vegas, Dallas, Winnipeg. Those are all 3 really, really good teams. So they needed this one in Utah to keep a little cushion between them and Columbus and keeping pace with Carolina as well. But a much better game all around, I will say that, Sam Woo. They actually played and weren't sleepwalking through this game. You know? They played a 60-minute game tonight.
They rebounded from that loss against Colorado, which was a disappointment.
Huge disappointment in Colorado. So, Ariel, we're going to try and we're going to hope that doesn't, they give you hope. It's like Godfather 3. Just when I thought I was out, they pulled me back in. So let's hope that they can. Hey, there's no reason why they can't beat Vegas. I mean, they really should. In honor of Sam Woo getting verbally assaulted by the Girl Scouts of Las Vegas last year when we were there. They really should, in his honor, go in there and put a whooping on those Vegas Golden Knights.
Those Thin Mints are poisonous.
Yeah. Don't eat those. They're disguised. You think they're all delicious, but no. Straight poison.
You know what? I think the Girl Scouts are looking for me tomorrow.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
I heard they're going to have the entire state of Girl Scouts at the gate tomorrow waiting for Sam Woo.
Hey, you know what? I take that as an honor. A mini militia after me.
Literally.
Yeah.
Literally. We're talking the 7-8-year-old girls. Just turning around, letting Sam Woo have it at the game.
Jake the Snake sucks.
what was the I Hate Sam Woo merit badge or what did Shorts guy say? I can't remember what it was.
Do you remember how that even started? I think I was just cheering for Jake the Snake the entire time.
Yeah, you were just cheering and you were just being loud or whatever. But as soon as a goal against happened, those girls were ready to let you have it.
And I remember telling little Steve, "Hey, I got to go to the bathroom. It's a pretty good time."
Yeah. You left, and we got the brunt of their anger as Sam Woo disappeared to the bathroom conveniently. Oh man. Well, let's wrap this bad boy up. It's been a fun night. Good feelings, good vibes over here. But we need to continue this and start building a streak, building some consistency with this offense. They do play defense well. The goaltending has not been an issue this year. Between Markstrom, Allen, and now Nico Dawes, the goaltending has lived up to their end of the bargain. Now we need this offense to put it together, get that power play going again. Get it hot. They were lethal in the beginning of the year. It was like, oh man, Devils on a power play. Other teams were just shaking.
Yep.
Because you knew one was going in the back of the net. So let's see some consistency here, boys. And let's make it happen once again tomorrow in Vegas. And we'll be here to talk about it. Game Day Live and Devils After Dark following the game. What time does it start? It's a 5. It's 8. Is it 8 p.m.? No.
7:30.
What time is it?
I think it's a 7:30.
7:30?
7:30 Eastern start, I believe. 7:38.
Is that what it is? Dun, 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 dun. When is the... Oh, that's the Tuesday. The Dallas game is at 8 and then 5 p.m. Oh, come on. This stupid app. Where the hell is Devil schedule? Boom. Come on. Load. At Vegas. 5 p.m. for me. No, it's 5 p.m. for me. That's 8 p.m. for you.
Okay. I thought it was started at 7:30. Or maybe the pregame started at 7:30.
I got 5 p.m. Pacific time here on my app, so it'll be another late night, a true Devils After Dark edition tomorrow. We'll see if Sleepy Time Sam can make his way through one more time.
I should probably hit the music, huh?
I think so.
Yeah, I got to find it first. Yeah, a little rusty here.
Little rusty.
Well, I want to thank all those tuning in. We'll be back tomorrow. Sunday edition of the Let's Go Devils podcast will be preempted. So we just got Game Day Live and Devils After Dark. Big game against Vegas. Can the Devils make it 2 in a row? We shall find out. Till next time, let's go Devils.